Good morning, students. So, today's another class for sales and distribution management. And let us recall that is in the last class we have already discussed about the methods of the sales control. So, in the methods of the sales control, we have discussed that is the common method about the sales analysis and marketing cost analysis as well as the sales management audit. So today we have to focus another important things about that is the sales quotas. Okay. So students, you know, sales quotas mostly it is a quantitative goal assigned to the sales unit, mostly relating to the particular period of time. Okay, so what it is? It is what happened? That is quantitative goal assigned to a sales unit for a particular period. Students, because as we know the target word, the word of the target, because within the stipulated time and within the it is mostly assigned to the sales unit, and it is mostly quantitative. How much you have to get, that is sell it. It involves mostly the sales plans, that is direct, or the control and evaluate the activities of the company as well as the effectiveness depends upon the what happened, the kind, quality and the accuracy of the marketing information. See here, one thing you have to see here, if it is required, means plans, the plans and direct, okay, and that is what happened, control, okay, control and evaluate, as well as also here that is directly meaning to that is what happened, mostly what, that is depends upon the kind and the quantity and accuracy of the marketing informations. Students, when you are doing this, because that sales quotas directly depend, that is what happened, it occurs, that is the plans, direct and control and evaluate all the whatever, that is the activities of the company, and that activity is always related to the what happened, it depends upon the quantity as well as the accuracy of the marketing information, and according to the marketing information whatever may be collected, and that is should be set up, okay, and that will be set then, and mostly depend upon the management skill as well as the administration, the quota systems. So the sales quotas mostly provides a source of motivation. Here it is, that is mostly what happened, that is the source of motivation, okay, source of motivation. ये motivation skill होता है, okay, depending upon the motivation skill, because चाहे पहले से कोई अगर सेल्स मैनेजर या कोई भी हायर अथॉरिटीज किस तरह की किया उसको भी हमें एग्जांपल दे सकते हैं और उसको लेबल ले सकते हैं. अगर कॉमन थिंग यू विल डिसाइड, दैट इज अगर लास्ट सेशन में, अगर लास्ट सीजन में अगर इस तरह की यूनिट हमें सेल हुआ था, और व्हाई नॉट दिस ईयर, इट इज अ वन टाइप ऑफ द मोटिवेशनल, चाहे वो आदमी क्यों ना हो, चाहे वो that is either that is the salesman क्यों ना हो, either sales from the customer क्यों ना हो, or from the marketing, whatever may be, it is mostly what happens, that is the one of the, that is motivational as well as also the basis of the incentives. ओके, बेसिस फॉर द इंसेंटिव्स, क्योंकि जितना कोटास तुम्हारा ज्यादा होगा उतना तुम्हारा दैट इज व्हाट हैपन, दैट इज योर incentives will be developed, or that is incentives will be more and more. And compensation is also related to that is motivational, that is sources of motivation, then incentives. Okay, here it is incentives. Okay, and also that is what happen promotion, that is the what, that is the compensation. We can say that is the compensation. Okay, compensation what will related to the maybe the what happen, it is to the salesman or maybe the customer, whatever may be, what that is it basis on the marketing informations. Okay, so mostly it is also related to the standard of the performance of the sales or the persons. Okay, and uncover the strength, it remove the strength and the weaknesses in the selling structure of the firm. This is the what happen the sales quotas. Okay, it is a very good point. It is a good things. Okay, when you are discussing about the sales management, you have to discuss about the sales quota. Okay, the sales quotas mostly are set by the whom, by the sales manager. Okay, and it is sales manager for whom, for the by the sales manager and for the sales individual, the individual salesman. Okay, and or for the sales district it is also implemented. Okay, and the executive who set the sales quotas mostly have that is the experience and should have be familiar with the territories. That you have to also keep it in the mind. Okay, and another, when you are discussing about the things, and you have to say about the budget quotas. Okay, another figure you have to see it, that is the budget quotas. What is the budget quotas? This is are actually what happen set for various unit in sales organism, as well also to control the expenses, because budget means pre-planning. Okay, that is the pre-expenditure what we have already decided to put the expenditure in that way. Okay, and to control the expenses also it is related also, and it also increases the gross margin also, because net profit or gross margin whatever may be, it is only to one of the preparatory budget only, or and that is the what we have to use, that is the budget quotas also. And this is also known as the, this also includes the expenses quotas, and this also related to the expenses quotas which most offer to the combination with the sales volume quotas. That is the most thing. And management is also providing, that is what happen, salesperson with the financial, that is incentives according to the control of the business units, or that is the expenses. Okay, and it also reduces the administrative expenses or the administrative burden. Okay, and mostly that is which are creating the misunderstanding or expenses quotas. Mostly generally it is expressed as the percentage of the sales. Okay, these are the things what happen mostly related to the that is things. And also some problems here also arises in these quotas. Okay, maybe the some various types of problems arises in the budget quotas. Maybe there is the variations in the coverage difficulties, very difficult to coverage the areas, and is also so many environmental factors also creating the variations in the environmental factors. Okay, and this the difficulties and the variations in the environmental factors make it very impractical to set up the identical expenses percentage, as well also for the all the territories. Okay, and we have to also comment there is a problem arises with the different salesperson, those who have different different product mixes. Okay, and that is also some incurring the higher expenses rather than the ordinary expenses. Okay, but here the mostly advantages is that is the make salesperson more cost conscious ही कर सकते हैं, क्योंकि हमें उस कॉस्ट के दायरे में रहकर, कॉस्ट के बाउंड्री के रहकर ही हमें जो भी एक्सपेंसेस करना चाहिए. ओके, एंड व्हाट इज द नेट प्रॉफिट कोटास? इन दिस ओनली सेल्स कोटास वी हैव टू डिस्कस इट, बिकॉज दिस द net profit quotas means appropriate when the product line contains that is higher than the low margin items. हायर मार्जिन मार्जिन आइटम्स रहना चाहिए और लो मार्जिन आइटम्स भी रहना चाहिए. और प्रॉब्लम भी करना है दैट इज सेल्स पर्सन जो कि डू नॉट सेट अप द प्राइसेस एंड हैविंग नो रोल on the manufacturing costs. Okay, that is not responsible for the gross margin is also there, and certain selling expenses are also buying the salesperson influences. Okay, and increase the clerical as well as the administrative cost is also mentioned here in that of the what net profit quotas. Okay, and if you say about the activities quotas, we have to say that is the find the define, that is the important activities, mostly sales personnel performance is there. They have to set target performance frequencies also, and appropriate when sales personnel perform is there. Non-selling activities also find it here, and controlling and recognizing of the sales persons performing mostly non-selling activities also find there. Okay, reward of the sales person as well as the quantities of the work, mostly irrespective of the quality, that is also to find it there. And the problems also inspiring the sales forces is also very very important things. And what is about that is the what happened, that is the advantages of the that is quota system, why we are giving or administering the quota system. Mostly the basis of the when we are discussing about the administering about the quota systems, why we provide that is the quota systems. When we are discussing about the quota systems, we have to highlight it here, that is administering the quota system. Quota system. Here when we are discussing these things, we have to discuss that is what about it about the accurate or the fair or the attainable quotas must be there. Okay, accurate. Okay, when we are administering or managing this quota system, the quotas must be what happened, must be accurate and fair, not to be high or not to be less. It should not be any that is unfair means. Okay, and it must be attainable. Quotas must be also there, and also depends not only on the quality of the management judgment, but also capability of the motivational of the sales force is also there. Motivational skills also needed very well in the quota system, and we have to securing and maintaining that sales personnel acceptance of the quotas must be there also, and participating mostly by the sales persons in quota system, that is also very very essential, and keeping sales personnel informed, that must be very important. How to that is keep the personal very informations up to date and very accurate and very that is authentically, that we have to mention it, and we have to need for the what happened continuously, that is the managerial control. My dear students, after these things we have to discuss about that is what happened very important things, that is what, that is the purpose of the sales quotas. Okay, that is the purposes of the sales quotas. Purposes of the sales quotas. When we are discussing about the purposes of the sales quotas mostly are of the various purposes, because that we know according to the advantages only, as per its advantages, as per requirement is also very very essential. But basically we are discussing about the providing goals and the incentive to achieve the certain performance level. To whom? To the sales, individual sales people. It should be deputed by the sales manager, because how to, they have to work. If unless we will not put any pressure, unless we will not give a target, if unless we will not give any quota or in any that is a boundary, so they will not work. So even in order to bring out the very performance, very providing to increase their goal, as well as to increase their efficiencies, as well to increase their incentives, that is, it is very very essential. And its performance is also exceeds and surpassed more incentives which are given while setting quotas. Okay, it must be also ensured that specific and measurable, that is the smart, the word of the use the smart. Listen here, smart. It is the word smart. Smart means what happened, we can say that is a specific. Okay, the specific, and it is measurable. Okay, measurable, okay, and it is attainable, okay, it is attainable and realistic, and another is the time bound. It is the time bound. So these are the three. That is a very very important one point. That is what happened. It create a what? That is the smart work, or that is the smart point. That is what happened. It must be the quotas must be very specific. Must be there. It should be very measurable and attainable, realistic, and the time bound. If does not consist all the things, then quotas cannot be fulfilled, or quotas cannot be what? That is accurate. Okay. So when we are discussing these things, we have to discuss about the controlling the salesperson activities. So when you are discussing the quotas, must provide the opportunities. What the opportunities the sales quotas provides or the creates? The opportunities it creates to direct and control the sales activities of the salesperson, to control the calls per day, to gain the new account, as also to plan the demonstration, and for realization of the money for the account holders also, and to make corrective actions if the salesman fails to achieve his target. So these are the things what happen, mostly having the good points. So when you're discussing the first things, when you're discussing about the controlling of the performance, that is the controlling the personal activities. So another important features, that is what happen, evaluating the performance also. With the sales quotas only, we can evaluate the performance of the individual sales peoples regarding on the basis of the market figure, on the basis of their, that is mostly performance, qualitative or the quantitative activities. And also we have to on the sales quotas, we have to what happen, controlling the sales expenses. That is a very very important, and we have to make very effective compensation plan. That is the provide the most very important quotas, and that should be achieved or it should be exceeded. So my dear students, after discussing about the purposes and the features and the different types, now we will discuss about the limitations. It is not a wide so many limitations, but only few limitations are there. It's a very important points also we have to discuss it. So it is a situation where the goods are in short supply, the quotas that do not serve any purposes also. And generally quotas mostly are set up at high level, mostly creates frustrations in the salesperson by seeing the target, or by seeing that is the fulfillment to work hard more and more. Okay, and those who are achieving these targets, that is, it is a very easy for them. Okay, those who have already set up in these quotas, they will not feel any difficulties, and it is not easy to get any reliable sales estimates from the market also. So the collection of data is also very expensive for them also, in order to fulfill the quotas also. So sales quotas are very complicated and which are not understood by the salesmen. So hence opposed by them. So this is the one thing that is very important things about the sales quotas, my dear students. So always, that is what when these are the very important things what you have to keep it in the mind about the sales quotas. In the next class we will discuss about the sales strategy. That is a very important another topic is. Okay, have a nice day. Stay home, stay safe. Thank you.